So it looks like Funimation is going to be merging with Crunchyroll, and from what I'm hearing, certain things that people have purchased from their digital storefront or whatever it is, streaming services, whatever, you will not be able to get those anymore, which kind of is odd to me. If you're going to merge with a company, shouldn't you be bringing pretty much everything you own to that company? I'm no legal expert. I don't understand how all that works, so what the hell do I know? But it's very sad because this really goes back to that old saying, "You will own nothing and you will be happy." And look, guys, I'm a kind of guy. I don't use streaming services. I buy all my games digitally. So this could happen to me on something like Steam or the PlayStation or whatever. In 10, 15, 20 years. But it's very sad that everything nowadays is becoming digital, and it's very sad that people are putting real world money into this, and at pretty much any point the plug can be pulled from these websites, these platforms, whatever, and you can lose what can be essentially thousands of dollars worth of purchases over the course of however many years, pretty much in the blink of an eye. And look, I don't like, again, I never used the Funimation app or website or whatever. I don't use Netflix. I don't use streaming services because if I want to watch a movie or a TV show or an anime or whatever, I'll just go to a perfectly 100% legal website and watch it there. Or if I really want to just play a video game, I'll just buy a digital copy. Final Fantasy VII remake Intergrade coming out. I'm probably just gonna buy a PS5 digital copy. I don't buy physical media anymore. I love the convenience of being able to just buy something and be able to re-download it at any point. I did the same thing on my Switch. It's funny. I actually bought a physical copy of certain games and then I sold them and then rebought digital copies because I found it to be just easier to use. Which I know that's really stupid, but that's the point, man. That's what most of us do. But for those of you who did buy anything from their digital storefront and things that you can't re-download, that sucks, man. You didn't do anything wrong. You purchased those perfectly legally, and you should be able to download those pretty much as you want, or stream it, or watch it, whatever the hell you can do with the Funimation thing. But look, I'll talk about this from a gamer's perspective. Recently, Spec Ops: The Line has been delisted from Steam, basically meaning you can't buy it anymore. Now, I'm not sure if it already has happened at the time of this video because I already own a copy of it, so it doesn't really affect me because I can continue to re-download that copy since I've already bought it. Just like how you can do with certain games like Midnight Club 2, Clive Barker's Jericho, and I think even the Chronicles of Riddick, Assault on Dark Athena. Now, I don't own Assault on Dark Athena or Midnight Club 2, and I'm pretty sure if I go to a CD Keys website for Steam and I try to look up how much the price for one of those things is, it's probably going to be some astronomically insane amount of money for that, which at that point, that really just encourages more piracy. So in reality, this realistically is only a win for the pirates because they're the only people actually keeping all of this stuff up for people to continuously experience, download, whatever you want to call it. And man, this is just sad. This is just sad for the anime community because, I grew up with Funimation, man. I used to be so much into anime back in the day. I remember I was in elementary school, man, because that's how old Dragon Ball Z is. I remember watching Goku go Super Saiyan for the very first time on this gigantic box CRT TV back in, like, what was it, 1999, I think, right after school. I remember I would go to a babysitter after school, and her son was really big into anime and video games as well, and me and him would watch Dragon Ball Z every single day together. And I gotta tell you, man, the Incredible Hulk could not pull me away from that screen. That's how just I was glued in, man. Nothing could have stopped me. And I'm pretty sure that's how some of you are with streaming services. You're on there almost every day. You like to watch your favorite movies, TV shows, anime, whatever it is, man. The stuff should not be this easily pulled away from you, the paying customer, when you didn't do anything wrong. But this is such a complicated issue because I look, I don't own a digital storefront. I don't know how much money it costs to keep the servers up for people to download or stream things from it. This could be the easiest thing on planet Earth or one of the most obnoxiously complicated things ever. So I'm not going to pretend like I know what I'm talking about in that regard. But I do believe if you've paid for a product even if you're going to remove that product later on because your company goes bankrupt or whatever, you should really do that thing that Steam says, where Steam tells you if at any point Steam is going to be shut down forever, like Steam goes or Valve goes bankrupt, whatever the case, they will let you download your entire catalog of games before it shuts down. And I think that's, if Funimation didn't do that, I don't know why they shouldn't allow you to do that, but again, I understand Funimation might be more of a streaming service than an actual like storefront. But the point being is, man, if you bought something from Funimation and they merge over with Crunchyroll, you should still be able to use said product you purchased with Crunchyroll. If that's not a thing, why isn't it? It doesn't sound like it could be that complicated. But this is the world we live in. This is the digital age we live in, where at any point a company can go bankrupt, a company can shut down, they can merge with this, blah, 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 and you can lose what is essentially thousands of dollars worth of purchases basically in the blink of an eye. And to be fair with you guys, I don't really hate digital storefronts. I don't hate how everything is just digital these days because, you know, with my PlayStation, with my PC, all that stuff, I just buy my games digitally. You know, that doesn't bother me. But it is kind of scary that, again, at any point, you know, Steam could go kaput. You know, PlayStation could shut down at any point, and I can lose what has, in my case, been thousands upon thousands of dollars worth of purchases. And it's just so depressing, man. Like our world has become so depressing these days. But anyways, though, guys, that's just my thoughts. Leave yours down in the comments. I'll see you guys later. Have a nice day.